Alright, let's see here. So, last time, what in the world happened last time? You crashed into a house with a ship gliding upon the air currents in the sky. You got your bearings, nursed your hurts a bit with the help of Selene, the goddess of the moon. You made your way quickly and quietly through the castle town, heading towards the silhouetted spire in the south, evading a group of wanderers attacking a statue, and encountering ghostly spiders that phase in and out of the material realm. You also evaded a large ogre wanderer carrying something that would definitely bowl you over if you got hit by it. As you traversed the dead city, taking in the somber sights, you arrived at a large gate, signifying that you were near the castle. It's closed, heavy beyond measure. Pastiche Misty stepped over to the other side and discovered the lever mechanism to raise it, finding it nearly rusted through. A great degree of exertion nearly gets it to move, but during this time the party finds themselves trapped between many ghost spiders and a large one, boasting having waited for this day. This enormous spider calls out towards Makayla, asking Wenceless to wait while he takes care of a magician who would interfere and whisked Xalia and itself out of sight, leaving you between a pincer of many spiders. You watch as one of them dissipates into Makayla, Chuman, and Twig, the one you're currently attacking. It dissipates into gossamer silk. And Xalia, you see what was a gray, washed-out image of a spider suddenly become more vibrant with its cloudy blues and whites. It rushes towards you and goes to sink its fangs in you.
Uh-oh.
Nom 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 nom. You're restrained, so this is at advantage. 14.
That would hit me normally, but I'm just gonna burn another shield.
It bites into kinetic force. And it is buffeted backwards. We come to Viravalsh. You just kind of like wiggle your fingers to greet it through the webbing that you're currently ensorcelled by. Which brings us to Viravalsh. It disappeared as quick as it came in.
Yeah.
There's another one behind us. And he goes to smack it with his pick. It's got two of these. Oh, he rolls the same number. They both hit.
Nice.
Very consistent.
Whack.
So hard. He's very consistent.
Let's see here. Shabam. He gives this spider a what for? Bellowing with, like, he belches just a little burst of flame as he cackles into the air. Gotcha! Get on out here! Elena has her hands folded together, praying to Selene. Let's see here. She is going to...
Did I just close it? Oops.
Yeah, you did. She reaches out towards Makayla, who explodes. No!
Do not understand how that even closed. So
Let's see here.
rip the preload.
We're gonna do this. We're gonna yell out, "There's one on top!" And she she like takes a moon patterned ball of energy in her hand, and she does this huge wind up, and then overhand throws like a baseball, a guiding bolt. At second level. Towards the one creeping across the top of the portcullis. It hits! Pew, 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 pew. Oh, wow.
Damn.
We simply roll fours around here. As the force of impacting it threatens to knock it over. It makes spider noises. And there's a bright flash of moonlight glistening from it, it is easier to hit. We'll mark it. Let's see here. Mart. She points out, that one! As far as the Raven, you don't see what Olma Sonoma is doing, but after lightning flashes, you can see him carrying his massive tome in his talons as he alights from rooftop to rooftop. Let's see here. This spider is going to rush forward and eat Elena.
I will use my opportunity attack to hit them.
Okay.
As they get into range.
Do it. I dare you.
Does 15?
It does, actually.
Oh, nice. For 10 damage.
Do you have Sentinel? Is it speed halted?
No, I don't have Sentinel.
Oh, okay.
It does not halt movement.
Alright, it's going to eat
I just
you
have Alarm
instead.
Master. Okay.
A 10.
Does not block its fangs?
Yeah.
What do spiders have?
It disappears.
They got twofers.
It after you block it, like you blow it back with your staff after hitting it. You notice it's rushing towards Elena past you. It tries to bite out at you and then disappears in silk. Xalia, there are suddenly more spiders near you.
Oh no.
On your plane of existence. Which brings us to Pastiche. You're pulling on this lever. You feel like you've nearly got it. As you can hear the din of mayhem on the other side of the gate. And the enormous spider has currently does not exist. What would you like to do?
We're gonna keep pulling on that lever.
Okay, give me an athletics check with advantage because I think you're boosted.
Yeah, enhanced ability.
Hello! The lever. I've got news for you. The lever feels as if it breaks with how quickly you push it past the rust. With a ka-chonk, it slams into the position. You hear the portcullis gears turn with typical gear noises of metal grating upon rusted metal. The gate's rising. It'll be fully open at the start of your next turn. For purposes now, we'll say it's like halfway open now. As this huge, like, crisscross, like, lattice work gate rising. You can see the pointiness of the gates, as it were, just embedded in sand. Some heavy-duty spikes. That's your action.
Right.
What about your reaction?
Once that gives way, Pastiche is gonna sort of tumble back and start running toward the north.
Okay. You run towards the north. You see a moat stretching across a large, expansive canal. The moat is clearly filled with rainwater. You cannot see much beyond it because of this pouring storm. Only dismal gray is obscured by rain. However, you can see a giant drawbridge reeled back by chains. Looks like it would lower towards you. And then to your left and right is just moat. Endless water in this canal. Dotted by a couple, more guard stations. Rickety boats tied to, like, those little stakes that go on piers. Barrels, crates, all of them broken. A wanderer. Wait, a wanderer!
Oh boy.
Which way is the Wanderer?
It's shrieking towards you from your left.
Cool.
Look back. There's more and more. They're attracted by the gate noise. Ka-chunk, 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 ka-chunk.
We'll head the other way.
They enter the initiative. Alright.
And just kind of clutter ourselves among these boxes.
Sure. You dive between the boxes and the crates and try to position yourself. They are still chugging. Let's see here. In the spider dimension, this huge, enormous spider
Friend.
with massive legs clambering around speaks to you, Xalia.
Hello.
You
Oh, by the way, I can't say shit in the screen. I don't know if it's living or not.
Yeah, we'll do this for now. It towers over you as it has this position where it is slightly like it it looks like it's regarding you with trepidation and caution. You recently told it that you were the one who destroyed Wenceslas. It appears to be considering this. If you have the truth, I wonder if consuming you will strengthen me. It pulls you towards it. Whoosh. It reels the web in, and it takes a bite out of you. At disadvantage. No, wait, that would be a regular roll, because you're restrained. Does a 16 hit? No, you shielded.
Not with shield.
Okay. Does it again.
He's gonna simply respond as it tries to bite her.
I think your mic cut out.
No, I just whispered and it's bad at picking me up.
Oh, okay. Rolled really low.
Missy. Again, she's gonna just keep saying, it's useless.
Takes another. It moves away from you, seeing how futile it is to attack you, and phases through the huge tower it was perched on, and suddenly, Pastiche, there is a massive spider next to you, towering. You are underneath it as it stands 10 feet above you. As it stands like 10 feet above you, like clearing that amount of space before it reaches like its underbelly and abdomen. There are many uncountable legs. There's 8 of them. Uncountable legs all around you as it looks around. Even storm giants cannot escape my web. You will be no different. It doesn't seem to be... It seems to be talking to itself. There's some kind of uncanny sentience on this arachnid. Meanwhile, the spider that Vera Rouge beat the crap out of disappears.
Hell yeah.
And goes to
They're
eat.
dropping like flies.
Goes to eat Xalia.
Huh? Sorry?
And goes
What
to
of me?
eat Xalia.
Oh.
It winks into spider dimension.
Okay.
19.
Nah, that hits.
Oh, wait, wisdom saving throw for the big one.
Sorry?
Because it's under Phantasmal Killer, right?
Oh, right.
It gets
Oh,
that-
yeah, I forgot to... Yeah, let me check Phantasm... Yeah.
19. What's your DC?
17.
Oh. Does it take damage anyway?
Let me check the text. Nope.
Okay. It is no longer frightened. Confident that it placed you in and trapped you in Spider Dimension.
Oh, that's a lot of fucking damage.
I need a Constitution saving throw from you
Okay.
before you take this damage. Okay. You take 1 damage as the pain of spider mandibles pierce into your shoulder. They have to burrow through the evil webbing that you are wrapped in, and you take 10 poison damage.
Okay.
We'll get Phantasmal Killer off you so it stops prompting the concentration. You're no longer grappled, so you feel like now that the spider doesn't have the webbing tethered to itself, it dropped it as it ran away. You feel like breaking out of this will be a little bit easier now that it doesn't have this. There is some kind of power coursing through it. Yep. Let's see. That's it. This spider makes spider noises. That's what the spider sounds like. That's the noise that it makes. It climbs down to it climbs down the gate, but the gate is rising, so it's like on a treadmill for a little while. It's maybe like 10 feet in the air. The Wanderer group. Bum, 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 bum. A ton of Wanderers suddenly appear on the other side of the gate. They're in a mishmash arrangement. They appear to be running to the right for the people that are on the other side. Pastiche, you can see them running towards you and this massive spider. One of them reaches the lever and it starts punching it and kicking it. Chuman! Some spiders have disappeared. There's one there's one on a treadmill on the gate, but suddenly there's wanderers, and you can see above, or you can see like past the ramparts, that the hugest spider has come back into sight. You simply know they're there. You don't have a line of sight on them yet. The gate slowly rises. Pastiche must have been successful.
And I can't see Xalia anywhere.
Xalia is currently in the spider dimension, no. Xalia is gone. She has been disappeared. You're not sure where she is or what has happened to her. Worry starts to creep into your mind. You can hear the bellowing of this enormous spider at this guard station.
Let's see.
This would be
Go
you
ahead.
four: Chuman, Twig, Xalia, and Makayla.
Xalia's turn is going to be very simple. How many spiders are in the dimension with her?
There are currently 3. They're all like behind you and to your right. You look around and there's this fog swirling around this eerie plain. Everything is washed out of color. It looks like an old an old film, just in sepia tone. You look to your right to see if there's spiders coming. You can see also to your left that those 2 guard statues also seem to exist on this plane that you're on. Their faces are currently looking towards you. The statues are, and then also you can see this gate. As it rises, it shimmers. In the open port of it, it shimmers.
And so the one that just hit me, the only one in melee range of me?
Two of them are in melee range with you. One of them is coming towards you.
Okay. So, I'm using 6 charges of this.
Okay.
Frightening.
So that's going to be a level 6 magic missile.
Alright.
Let me double check exactly how many missiles that is. Actually, that is going to be 8 missiles, yeah?
Yeah, it's 3 and then an additional per level.
Okay. I'm going to split that up nice and even, 4 and 4. So, first spider. It's
Okay.
1d4 plus 1 for each of them, right?
Correct.
Actually, you know what? No. All 8 of them on one spider.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't remember exactly how fragile they are, but I don't think 44 plus 4 is going to kill them, so might as well be sure.
Well, as you're channeling your energy into the wand, you look over these spiders, and it looks like whatever the blows your companions have landed on them. These spiders are not at full strength. They are.
Okay, yeah, never mind. It split up.
Like they're bleeding goo and viscous material everywhere.
First spider takes 12.
Okay. There are here. Let me put them on the map for you. So they're in this arrangement. Which one?
This one.
Okay. 12 damage. The kinetic force rips through it, and it falls around. It falls down in a heap of spider goo.
Second one takes 16.
More kinetic force rips through it. It's still. It reels back and and hoists up its like 2 front legs in typical spider I'm attacking you mode.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's still standing?
It is still standing.
That's fucked up. And I'm restrained, aren't I?
You are currently restrained.
It's even more fucked up.
You are wrapped up in crazy magical spider web.
That is my action on Fortnite. Don't have any 4th level spells. And most of these, yeah. Okay, I don't think she can do anything else. That's her turn.
Alright. You 3 on the material plane.
Chuman yells out to the rest of the group. I can try to find Soot Whisperer so that we can see where Xalia is. You two take care of the spider ahead?
Seems it's not just spiders now. Makayla will drop 10 feet, I guess. And then move up next to this definitely non-suspicious statue. And start fighting this spider.
Okay.
This is guided bolted, right?
Yes, you have advantage on this.
Okay. 25.
Sheesh. Yeah, that almost hits.
For 15 damage.
Ugh. You bash it good. It falls to the ground. Rights itself and looks like it's ready to attack you. But it kind of like doesn't have a head. You bonked it good.
Continue the swing.
It's done.
Oh, jeez.
For 9 damage.
Alright, yeah, you got it.
Nice. And then... say
Spider,
25.
The spider flips upside down. Its legs curling. Disappears. Xalia, you can see a dead spider materialize on the plane that you're on.
No way.
It appears to be no more. It appears to have expired.
Then I think I should have... Hold on. So I moved down 5, then dropped the rest of the 5 to avoid any fall damage. Then 20, so 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay.
The gate is not
Alright.
quite open yet, so you'll
Oh,
have
it's
to like
not?
slide through it. It's like halfway open, so you'll do like a baseball slide under it. It'll just count as difficult terrain.
I don't care about non-magic difficult terrain, I'm pretty sure.
Wow!
Where is it? 8th level, moving through non-magic difficult terrain costs you no extra movement.
Dang, being cool costs you no extra movement? Sure, go wherever you
Yeah.
want.
So yeah, Makayla just slides right underneath. And I guess the only one I'd be able to actually reach would be this one.
Okay.
And then
This one's
use
like...
my last remaining actual attack on it, on the zombie.
Okay.
Or this wanderer. And I miss.
Okay. As you run up to it, you can see it's in this guard station, just beating everything. As you come up upon it, it slaps a crate your way. You have to hit the crate before it slams into you and harms yourself with a nasty splinter. Yeah, preventing you from getting on it.
Alright, that's my turn.
Chuman Twig.
We were able to hear Chula come back, right?
Correct. You can hear it boast over the din of the storm.
I think like as soon as Twig heard that noise, his head's gonna like snap in that direction, and he's gonna take off sprinting and do the baseball slide underneath the gate.
Okay. Let's see here. While you guys are over here, you can see your Pastiche companion attempting to be shielded from view, but Twig, your angle, you can see them.
Mhm.
They are underneath this massive, enormous spider, and also you're surrounded by wanderers.
Twig's gonna. Oops. I messed up one of my macros. He's gonna brandish Repeat Offender and take a shot at Chula.
Okay. Let's see. Huh?
I'll reroll that with my heroism point.
Okay. Yeah, we can call them hero points.
This one's gonna.
Let's see.
18.
18's pretty good. You fire your crossbow. It whistles through the air, barely audible, or sorry, that whistle muffled in the rain. Even though 18 is pretty good, it bounces off of one of the bristles that cover its legs. No damage.
That'll be it for me.
Okay.
As Chuman sees Makayla and Twig run underneath the drawbridge, kneels down and then focuses casting a Find Object on Xalia's Soot Whisper.
Okay. Let's see here. Sense direction, object's location, as long as there's 1,000 feet of you, can locate an object noted. Let's see.
I guess I should be able to at least have an idea where it's at, unless it's passing through like thick objects or something.
It doesn't say that it can't find it if it's on a different plane. So yeah, you can sense it to your right, like to your 2 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Like as you're facing the gate. Yeah, you can sense it. Do you know the exact point?
Do I know the exact?
Let's see. Can you locate? Yeah, sure. You know, it's around here, like right, like where this large parapet streaks towards the sky, and there's like a crate or a barrel and like a little half run down food stall. You can sense Soot Whisper over there. So, right around here.
Okay. Let's see. Chuman's gonna command the Wildfire Spirit to fire a Flame Seed, at least in that area.
Okay. Roll an attack.
Flip his sheet. There you
Hiya. Patooey. Alright. There is a burst of flame as this little bead of heat goes into that area. It impacts something, but something beyond sight. You don't see anything flare up, just too damp for it to immediately ignite anything.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing bursts or runs out, certainly not Xalia. You don't see any real reaction.
Okay.
You know Soot Whisper is over there, but you cannot see it, and you're not sure immediately why you're
Okay.
why you're being drawn towards that area.
Would it be, I guess, an action or a bonus action to go over there and kind of look around?
Well, it'll be your move, and yeah, according to like the for realsies rules, if you want to do a like a search action, then yeah, it would take your action.
Okay.
You can,
Yeah.
but you move over there, and in your like, you can see without actually doing an action. You move over there. You just dig past the crates and barrels, and you get behind the stall to where your find object is pinging, but you don't see Xalia. You don't see Soot Whisper. You don't see anything. Is out of the ordinary. Just structures, the food stall. This swordfish kind of like flopping, trying to stick you with its sword nose.
Okay. That'll be it for the most part for Chuman. And just move the Wildfire Spirit right before the drawbridge. That's
Okay.
it.
Xalia, you can see Chuman with a worried look on his face, or a concerned look on his face, get right next to you in this washed out lens, and just looking around, he seems to be investigating. Which brings us to this ghost spider. It is going to phase back into existence right behind you, Chuman. Oh no, and it leaps and tries to take a bite out of you while you are 15.
That hits.
Screen. I need a Constitution saving throw from you.
Eh?
Against poison. Noise. You suffer 7 damage from the mandible and 16, 8 poison damage as this pain courses through you.
Eh?
And suddenly, you are not alone in this back alley.
7 and how much for poison?
8 for a total of 15.
Okay.
And then since you took damage, I need a concentration check on the spell. You succeed! Viravalge has something to say about this. As the spider warps back into existence, he kicks he gives it a big ol' hefty front kick. It goes through.
Let's go.
There is a massive boot print on the translucent form of this ghost spider. He rakes in his war pick and rakes it down. The spider flips out and explodes into gooiness. Viravalge bellows, "Ha ha ha! It ain't nothing to it."
Much appreciated for the help.
They ought to put on my theme song. Because I'm carrying the whole lot. Elena banters him. Reel in, reel in your guffawing, Dragonborn. There's more danger afoot. Let's see here. And she's gonna yell out above the rain, Makayla, be safe! She's gonna healing word you.
Thank you.
6 HP.
Thanks. Oh, there's no heroism, right? Or is there still heroism? Or whatever, the vitality?
7 HP. Big enough hope is still
Thanks.
up.
Yeah.
You don't know whatever Alma's doing, surely it's useful.
Surely he's gonna cast something big that will destroy everything, right?
The spider casts Bite on Xalia in the spider dimension. 22.
Not the bite spell. Yeah, I can't shield that.
Alright, Bite spell coming at you. Constitution saving for the poison.
That's a bit less absurd. But I'm gonna take that.
Okay, 14 damage. Biter,
Owie.
the ghost spider starts chomping on you and inserting this debilitating poison in you. Stirring up your insides, turning them into goop as it burns through them all.
Not the goop.
Yeah, spider goop. Pastiche, problem. But you can see it. Oh yeah, the gate's now open. The entire blockage is no longer. It has rolled up like a curtain. You have opened the way. But yet, there is another blockage. Several more, depending on how on how you see things. What would you like to do?
Pastiche is going to slide out of these boxes, dance over a couple wanderers, and bouncing over some of their heads. Shout out to them. Looking for something? Point to the sky. And vanish.
Dang. Tell me how cool you are.
You know, a loud crack of thunder amidst the storm, even louder than the storm itself, hits the ground right between these wanderers as Pastiche disappears into the bolt, reappears between Elena and Viravalj.
Okay. Roll me damage.
Oh, right.
There's no way they live. Kaboom! The sonic wave ripples through them as they shake and jostle from the unseen vibration. They just fall at your feet, although you're not there anymore, where your feet were. Oh, whoops. That, you killed my initiative for them. Let's see here. Update combatant.
When Pastiche reappears, they're just gonna kind of address Elena and Viravalj. Is everything still okay on this side?
I'm up to 3 now. Your friend seems like he's digging in the dirt. Not sure why. There's more around here. I can feel them. I can feel they're silky. I don't know where I was going with that one, but yeah, they're lurking about. And Lena mentions, Xalia is still, we're not sure where she is. Chuman went to go find her. You hear bellowing above the din of the rain. The spider laughing. Run! Cower! Mortals!
I think Pastiche would use their last bit of movement to just go check on Chuman.
Okay, you can see him. He's looking around. You can see him craning his neck, moving things, pushing over stalls and barrels. Which brings us to the biggin. First, this Wanderer is going to beat the crap out of you.
What?
Oh no.
You have angered the zombie, and it runs towards you. Typical zombie stance. Arms outstretched.
Zombie stance.
Making grabby hands.
The grabby hand barely get deflected and parried. They never touch flesh.
Oh. As soon as it does, it is stomped on by the massive spider. As Chula, the giant eater, brings itself towards you and yells out, yeah, just wow.
Is this actually getting in within 5 feet of me?
He's craning his neck, and he appears to be able to attack you from where he is because he's effing huge.
Got reach.
It's got reach. I've sucked the fluids from divine beings. Mortals should be honored to be consumed.
Word?
Dang.
Makayla, jumps out of the way. But not really, because, it stays in her square.
Nah, you jump out of the way.
The gate opens up just enough for her to, back up into it.
The monster chases you down.
Oh, it does.
I cannot wait to slurp on the essence of a god emperor. I sense it among you. Let's see here. 12 piercing damage. And then I need a charisma saving throw.
Not enough.
Whoops, that's not correct. Dang. 24 necrotic damage you suffer. As it bites down into you, as you move underneath the gate, you can feel the essence of your body, the stuff of cosmos that's powering you, your energy just drain away as it coils and spirals towards the massive spider's maw. Also, you're caught in its maw. You're grappled.
Okay.
You're kind of tethered to it as it holds you. And for its next trick...
Okay. I make the saving throws.
Cool. For its next trick, Twig, you watch with horror as, once again, it disappears and takes Makayla with it.
Oh. Okay. I'm not actually anywhere on the map right now, right?
Yeah, I made you invisible.
Okay.
As Makayla, you look around, you are tossed out from from Chula's mandibles that you are ungrappled. You roll in the wet sand. You can see the gate next to you. You can see a kind of smoky image of Twig behind you, and there, looming above you, this 30-foot massive spider amid the fog of the spider dimension. You can also see Xalia.
Xalia waves.
She's wrapped up in... she's having a bit of trouble, looks like. She's wrapped up in spider webs.
He's fine.
Makayla very kind of weakly returns the wave, as she's in a lot of pain right now.
Let's see. Oh, and the Beyond, you see Xalia beyond this portcullis that Pastiche just rose. Makayla, you can also see the statues that also seem to exist where you are, and there's this faint shimmer in this gate as well. Which brings us to let's do Chig. Chuman and Twig. We'll do the material plane, then we'll do Spider Dimension next.
Mm-hmm.
New ship name just dropped.
Yeah, the ship name.
How high up are these guard towers to the sides?
Probably 20. You estimate about 20, 25, 30 feet.
Okay. I think Twig would call over to Chuman. Any luck finding Xalia? Or just like to the rest of the group in general?
Yeah. When no one responds to you, there's just a worried look from Elena.
You're muted, Rai, if you didn't notice.
Thank you, I got caught. Chuman is also like responding to you while he's throwing things like left and right to try and find wherever Soot Whisper is. Not any luck. It's my spell is saying that Soot Whisper is around here, but I can't tell.
Well, it came back once. It'll probably come back again. One would hope.
I suppose, but leaving both of them to fight off that monster? And I guess Chuman's gonna actually like take his action to like search thoroughly. At least like kind of try and pinpoint the Soot Whisper from locate object.
Okay. Perception or investigation, your choice.
Okay.
A 21's pretty good. You, like a radar, this find object is just going off in your head. Blop, blop. As you get warmer to the location, find objects going off, bing, 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 pinging everywhere. You're on the exact spot that Soot Whisper should be, and therefore, if it's still on Xalia's person, would also clue you into where Xalia is, but there is nothing. You are standing on a spot of only wet sand and dreary rain. She is nowhere to be seen. It's almost as if your spell backfired, or she just doesn't exist anymore.
Damn it. It says the Soot Whisper is here, but did the spider take her to a different dimension?
Dimension is a strong word for it. It's more likely another plane.
When Chuman hears Pastiche and then turns around. A different plane. Do you have any idea of how to get there?
Ideas, certainly, but nothing practical at the moment.
Oh, one's a good time as any to find out whether it can work or not.
You misunderstand. I don't have access to the spells that would take me there.
Then Chuman remembers, what about Oma Sonoma? Actually, where's that bird?
Your guess is as good as mine. I was on the other side of the gate.
As Chuman is gonna call out to Oma Sonoma, just hoping for a response.
Okay. He may reply on his turn.
I think they're moving the fire spirit in between, and that'll be it.
Okay.
Twig's just gonna look like east, west, see if there's any clue of more spiders, wanderers, or his friends.
Okay. Perception check. You look around. There appears to be nothing to the east. There's this large guard station to the west, which would be your right on the map. Because remember, you're traveling south. This takes up most of like this canal kind of edge. To your south is a moat filled with rainwater. There's a drawbridge that is hoisted up, held by chains, and you can see there's more land to the south beyond the moat, but it's an expansive moat. You can see behind you, to the north, this gate that Pastiche raised, two statues next to it. You can see Elena looking worried, Vera Vouch looking triumphant. You don't see any... you appear to be not beset by any wanderers, which is curious because you had to wade through a whole city of them to get here. And some did show up, but they've been dispatched.
Not seeing anything. I think Twig is just gonna focus on where Chula was when it disappeared, and ready an attack for if it comes back anywhere within range.
Okay, sounds good.
And that'll be it for me.
Alright, Xalia and Makayla in the Spider Realm, what would you like to do?
Hello. I have a very funny option to say.
Sure.
Is Big Spider in my sight line?
Technically not. Because it is behind the thing. You can no clip through walls while you're on this plane, but you can't see past them.
Isn't it like higher than the wall? Like taller?
No, it's kind of like on level. It had to pull itself up.
Oh, okay.
That's very fucked up. So I can't see it at all.
Let's see here. You can see...
Oh, then I wouldn't have been able to
what are
see
you trying to
Xalia. Right.
Well, the thing is, I was wanting to just, I'll fucking do it again.
Let's see here. Yeah, probably from your current position, you cannot see it because, like, even the leg that crunched down the Wanderer, right next to Makayla, you would not be able to see from your current position.
Yeah, so I'll just refund myself the 5th level.
Yep.
What does he want to do? This spider right next to me. How crunched up is it looking?
Really bad. It's there's like this little viscous goo pouring out of various wounds. Yeah, just cauterize him real quick. Go ahead and roll damage.
Pastiche, no.
Absolutely not. You torch this thing. The spider becomes something you would see roasting over a campfire.
Okay. And I'm still stuck in webs, aren't I?
Let's see. Burning Hands comes from your hands.
Oh,
Well,
hi, Pastiche.
well,
Pastiche, no!
Fire out of nowhere.
we'll call it 4 fire damage, and you're no longer restrained as you burn the webs.
Okay, just gonna walk up behind Makayla and just wave.
As you run towards Makayla, you trip and stumble, and the light of the world flashes. It becomes more vibrant. Still run color washed as you, Makayla. You watch as Xalia flashes out of view and becomes just like a sepia tone old movie color. And Xalia, you see Twig looking towards the direction. He has not noticed you quite yet until you run next to him. You appear to be back on the material plane.
Xalia is blinking in a wave pattern.
A wave pattern.
Yeah.
Twig's like concentrating really hard on this empty space in front of him, but he like catches you out of the corner of his eye and just does like a double take. Oh, yeah.
He waves. He's gonna try walking back through the gate.
Okay.
He still has movement.
Yep. Now you see, predictably, you vanish from Twiggs' sight anyway, and you can see Makayla again.
Xalia waves at Makayla. She walked through the gate again.
Goodbye.
I see. Makayla gives, I think, a nod of understanding, maybe, depending on, like, so are you in or out of the spider dimension?
He could be out at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
You are currently by yourself, accompanied only by an enormous spider.
Makayla kind of nods to herself, and then would, look up to Chula. I'm no longer restrained, right? Or grappled?
No, he tossed you out of its mouth.
Okay. Makayla would yell up to it. If you wish to dine on divinity, then have your fill of this. And she would then start, pull out the Ember Blade and say, shine forth thy light, drive back the darkness, bring life where there was death, bring growth where all was barren, bring peace where there was strife, bring warmth where clawed the fingers of ice, bring mercy where there was none, bring knowledge where there was ignorance, bring comfort where there was fear, let the sun rise, as she would sort of ascend upwards, driving the Ember Blade, lit with its fire, the Phoenix up into Chula.
This automatically hits because you bothered to say the whole thing.
Thank you.
Does that make you shiver when you say it all?
It's fun. It's pretty cool. It's pretty sick. Alright. Not versatiling because I have a shield, I guess. And I don't want to anyways because I lose out damage. Oh, this automatically hits, you said.
Yeah,
But I guess I could have crit.
Yeah.
I could have crit, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Does this take into account my dueling, or what is the fighting style?
You are not versatiling?
I'm one-handing it. I mean,
Then, yeah, as long as you have nothing in your other hand, or not wielding a weapon, like you drop your staff, I think.
yeah, I would just sort of drop or sheath it, I guess.
Okay.
Swap weapons.
Yeah. You just,
Like put it on my back.
yeah. Then, yeah, as long as your other hand is free, then Amber Blade counts for dueling.
Is it being? It's being already added in, is it?
Your dueling is a +2, is it not?
Yeah.
Let's see here. It has a +2 bonus to damage rolls. You have +2 dexterity. Yeah, it looks like it's being factored in.
Okay. And then the other formula is the necrotic damage, right?
Necrotic damage, yes.
Okay, so one
Okay.
attack for 18 damage.
It roars. "Roar! You dare! Wait. Hike. It seems to have some sort of recognition. As you puncture this fiend's carapace, protecting it easily with the fires of the Ember Blade.
This blade waits for nothing as I strike again. I assume this one is just, I actually do have to roll for it.
Yeah.
Okay. A 23.
23 does hit. Kshing, it sears across its chitin.
Only low roll. For a total of 13 damage.
Sure.
And then I will, while I'm here, drop concentration on enhanced ability. Your tail no longer feels the extra strength pastiche as I activate the favored foe.
You feel slightly off balance, Pastiche.
For an extra 26.
Sure. You appear to have dealt a telling blow as it reels back, buffeted by the fire that coils around the Ember Blade.
Mm-hmm. And then I would use my Writhing Tide to disengage from it. Not Writhing Tide, that's a different thing. That's my ability to fly. The Gathering Swarm to push myself 5 feet back away from it, disengaging, and then sort of following Xalia's lead, cross the portcullis.
Okay.
And do I pop into reality?
Yeah, you stumble back into the material plane. The shadows of your friends that were kind of waving around now become whole and solid, and you can see the worried face of Elena and Chuman and Pastiche scraggling around trying to locate Xalia.
I am then going to use my bonus action, because I don't think I used that yet. Oh no, I don't have any second level spell slots. Shit. Alright, nothing then. It's in my turn.
Okay. Which brings us to, actually, the rest of everybody. Let's see. Pastiche, you can see Makayla materialize into existence as if she is stepping out from the other side of the gate, Ember Blade alight, blossoming with fire.
She's breathing heavily. Very injured.
Covered in blood, emaciated skin. Viraval steps forward. There you are! Wait, you weren't who we were looking for. Where's Xalia? The weird one, you know.
We're with you.
What? Oh, I can see her yonder behind you. Hey, everybody! He calls over to Chuman and
The
Pastiche.
portcullis is the doorway. The gate to its plane.
The wiggly wobbler flesh one's over there.
Turns around.
Pastiche sort of looks around Makayla, to Xalia. Makayla, you don't seem alright.
Yeah, you look a little dead.
I stand still. And let me assure you, I gave Shula, or I don't know the name. I don't know its name.
No.
I gave that giant beast equal beating. Though it is not done yet.
Yes, just a moment. Pastiche rummages through some bags, pulls out a potion, hands it over.
Cool.
Well,
Oh, whoops. I don't mind me. You are under the effects of Beacon of Hope, so this heals you completely, like max rolls.
yeah. What? 20 then? 4
yeah.
times?
4 times 5.
5.
Yep.
Good work.
Oh, thank you. Much appreciated.
So you say, if I walk through this gate, I'll be face to face with the beast.
That's what it seems. How I got out is how Xalia showed me how to get out. Or maybe not walk through it, but something about it. Xalia, how did you return?
Minor illusions, walking.
Yeah, there's like a 12 frames per second gif of just Xalia walking.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Shrug.
Could it be the fact that the spiders sent you into the realm? Twig went on the other side. He did not go into the realm either.
Perhaps. Well, it will surely reappear. I do not think it's done with any of us yet. I'd recommend readying yourself to strike when it does.
What's the plan?
Just as Makayla gives that warning, Pastiche is going to walk through the gate and find out.
Yeah. So as you shimmer into what you can only assume to be Spider Realm.
No, not about this.
Huh?
Was that to bug?
That was most likely the bug.
Pastiche, as you shimmer into what you can only assume to be Spider Realm, as you run through the gate, you check left. When you check right, though, you can see the massive, hulking beast, 30 feet in the air, 14 feet spindly legs clambering or hauling it around. It appears to be rushing towards you already. Pastiche?
Pastiche?
Did you have an action?
Yeah, why not? As long as we're here. Pastiche starts forming an orb of paint, which they're gonna chuck directly in the spider's face.
Wow. The spider
I'm gonna
eats
reroll
your
that one.
Okay. A 14 does not hit. A 14 does not hit. The spider, as you hurl this orb, the spider opens its mandibles, catches it midair, and it appears to drain the magical essence from it. It chortles. Your offering is thankful.
I see. And then Pastiche will step back through the gate.
Okay. Let's see here. Elena is going to say, who is anyone going back through there? I'm worried terribly for you. The next time someone's going to go, will you announce it, please? I'll protect you with Selene's grace. Speaking of Selene's grace, the huge spider comes out, also crosses into the material, bowls all of you over as it suddenly comes out. I need a strength saving throw as it suddenly appears in this dimension and occupies your space.
For everyone?
For everyone.
This is a saving throw against being knocked over.
Yes. Wow.
Twig is too ready.
He's been focusing.
Okay. The DC was 15. So everyone is swoosh. Oh wait, you guys need to make it too. Let's see here. Attributes. Strength. Save. Okay.
I think as Twig nimbly dodges out of the way, the ready to action is going to trigger.
Yep.
And he'll take a shot.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see here. We are going to get hit by that. Ouch! Repeat offender finds its mark right in his butt.
So close to the crit.
Still some good damage.
Some pretty good damage.
What the
Funny
heck?
damage.
Weave me the tale of why this hurts so much. You just did 40 some damage, 45, to a legendary 30-foot tall spider.
I feel like while he's like waiting for the spider to come back, Twig has been like slowly investing some of his magic into the next shot. So when it finally does show back up, he like rolls out of the way of its lunge and shoots like the magic infused shot at it.
Okay. It's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. The bolt embeds itself in the boss's carapace as it shrieks in pain as it goes to attack Makayla.
All's attacking me. Question, is the Emerald Blade supposed to do 3d6 or 2d6 of necrotic damage?
3.
It is doing 2. I'm just looking, I scrolled up and saw, I think.
Okay, roll another
Yeah.
d6.
Yeah,
I have changed it on the thing, so it'll
Yeah.
behave.
2d6 because I have to hit it twice, right? So.
Okay.
So it's an extra damage. Alright, it chomps me.
All right. I need
I am big chomped.
I need a charisma save. Take 14 damage.
Chuman is actually going to cast the silvery barbs.
Wow. Magically distracted? It needs to re-roll. Okay.
Did I accidentally delete Twig?
Twig vanishes from view, pulled into spider realm by another
How
spider
did you
previously unseen.
I was just changing the ammo count, but I might have hit a hotkey or something.
I don't think we have access to delete our tokens. Are you just underneath?
He's,
Okay,
he's
better
too
this.
powerful.
Thank you.
There you go. You're back. Let's roll another d20.
Strange magic.
13 plus 6 plus 10.
Plus 10.
Yeah, 23.
23 still hits. Yeah.
Dang. The 5 was almost there.
Let's see. 14 damage to Makayla. And then I need a charisma saving throw.
Okay. Charisma saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hold on. This is
Wow, it rolled-
competition
it rolled
on
really
favored
low.
foe. So I drop favored foe. That's not the attack charisma the saving throw. No, just not enough.
Alright, you suffer 7 additional necrotic damage as it bites and tears at your soul.
Ay, ay, ay.
It bellows. That taste, I know it well. Become a part of me. And then, let's see. For funsies, Twig, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Who are you giving advantage to, Chuman, on the next attack?
Okay, that succeeds. Twig,
This will be on Twig.
Twig, you can see as in response to you hitting it in the back, two of its hind legs come up and it rubs them together. And when it slides one leg down the other, the bristles that coat these many legs fly off towards you and impact into your being. You can feel them drain away your energy, but you steel yourself, and you manage to affect its slowing effects. You are unharmed. Which brings us to everybody else. Beneath this massive 30-foot spider are Viravolge and Elena in its shadow.
I reiterate.
Viravolge is about to bench press the spider.
I reiterate. I'll fucking do it again.
Alright, cool. Wisdom.
Oh, that attack should have had disadvantage,
Damn.
right? Because I'm in bright light.
Did you move?
Oh, yeah, I did. Never mind.
Okay. Sorry, it saves. Barely.
Yeah.
Viravolge summons the strength of the Dragonborn. He's gonna try to lift it up, even though he can't reach it. He just starts hacking away. Miss. And... ooh, that hits.
Nice.
He just throws his war pick upwards. It makes contact, then falls back down. Elena. Let's see here. Elena is going to call out, "Oh, divine goddess, protect us with your moonlight!" And she blows up the spider.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
As a huge column of divine fiery moonlight roars down from the storm clouds. The spider has to make a dexterity saving throw. Does not.
Oh.
Let's go. Let's go, wife.
And Selene does 14 fire damage and 19 radiant damage.
God damn.
Oh my goodness.
Cool particle or token effect.
Uh-huh.
The moonlight seems to be pretty good. Let's see here. Viravolge takes a swig. The two underneath the spider are unharmed because they are beneath the spider and exempt from the each creature.
An umbrella.
Yep, the spider umbrella. They are shielded from the rain and also from the moon at the moment. What would the rest of you like to do?
Am I prone or?
You are prone.
Okay,
everyone
I get up.
that got shoved is prone.
Okay. I stand up
Yeah.
and spurred by this column of lunar fire, will fly straight into this thing's face
Dang.
and try and stab it again with the Emberblade.
The badge on your chest flares.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Bam. Or it's not flanked. Okay. 21.
21 hits.
And then
You pierce its
13.
carapace.
13 does not hit.
13 does not hit.
Oh, I'm rolling very low. For 18 damage.
Okay.
And I once again activate Favored Foe for an extra 1d6 for damage, and then Writhing Tide, or not Writhing Tide, Gathering Swarm for an extra 1d6.
You wreath your flames across this, packed at all angles by spectral vultures. You guys are apparently really good at doing damage. You are destroying this thing, breaking off huge chunks of its armor off of its hide. One of its legs doesn't work right anymore. You can see this burning hatred in its eyes as it's looking kind of bad.
Alright, that's my turn. That's everything, I think. Or I don't have any bonus actions with the sword, I should say. So, enter.
Okay. So, Chuman, Twig, Pastiche.
Chuman's gonna get up and he's going to step back and yell out, "Move away, everyone!" And if they're at least looking, he's gonna pull out the kaboom arrow and finally use it.
Yo.
Just to remind the positioning, Makayla, you're just floating right in his face.
I mean, I think I did that mostly for flavor. I didn't actually move. I just struck him, sort of like as it would be like recoiling from chomping on my essence or whatever. Makayla would like get up and stab it once with the Ember Blade. I think is probably more likely what would happen.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Pastiche, meanwhile, is gonna stand up and take a few steps back as Chuman knocks this arrow.
I'm gonna eat you.
No, you're not.
Am I? Oh, you're right. I am not the spider. The spider will attempt to bite at you.
He's got the jaunt, right?
Yeah.
Oh, snap!
Yeah.
What's going on?
And just to make sure,
The spell.
Oh, that's so lit. Kinetic
before
jaunt.
he
I'll go ahead and put it in the chat.
Okay, yeah. I forgot about that.
Nice.
You
And
feel
before
the
firing-
woomph as Mandibles clasp close where you were, Pastiche.
And as Chuman is preparing the arrow, he stops using Find Object and casts Zephyr Strike to make sure his aim hits true,
Yeah.
and then fires off the longbow, the kaboom arrow, up towards the giant arachnid.
25 hits.
Let me roll the yellow one because I just for some reason did not do that. All right, cool. Didn't matter.
Okay. 25 hits. Roll damage for a regular arrow.
Okay.
And then gather up all your cubes and roll 8d6.
8d6.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
All your cubes gone.
It's fine. Would the arrow addition be included, or it's just the explosion itself?
Just this is
Just
the explosion
variety,
for the kaboom arrow.
Okay.
It's a lot of dice.
Also roll 1d8 for force damage on the Zephyr Strike. Okay. So what happens, Chuman, is you launch your arrow powered by the winds and the zephyrs of the wilds. It screams through the storm and embeds itself in the side of the spider. The force drilling into it. There's a moment of there's a moment of awkwardness, of hesitation, of did you actually harm it? And then suddenly the kabooms, kaboom! It explodes in a massive gout of fire. We're gonna make a dexterity saving throw. I also need a dexterity saving throw from Makayla.
Is
Would
it
be the ones underneath too, right?
so high? How big is the explosion?
It's a fireball.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh. Is it just like take half damage on successful save.
Yes.
How much damage did the explosion do?
You're looking at 33.
I'm dead no matter what.
Kaboom! Makayla flies off with the explosion knocking her through the air. She slams into a stall, rips through the tarp.
Wait. It's fire damage, right?
Yes.
Okay, actually, I can survive this. Because I
You're
can
dead?
absorb elements.
Yo.
So dex save, right?
Yes, please.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's Elena.
That's
not me.
Elena. Sorry.
I got baited by
Oh.
No,
The DC
did not make it.
The DC is 15.
I have been one under every DC.
You got your,
I swear
you
to
got your
God.
reroll.
Oh, I do have my reroll. That's fair. I will use it then. Yeah. Try to not die here.
No.
Oh my
Fear of Alch.
Okay, it's very Avalanche. Phew.
It's okay. It'll be fine. There we go.
Alright.
Alright, so I take half, and then I take another half because I use my reaction to absorb elements.
Alright, so 33, 32. Oh my goodness. What was that? 16 damage?
Yes,
And then
then
resisted
8.
down to 8.
Oh my god.
I survive on 2 HP.
I may have bad news for you. How you said you float up next to its face?
No, that was a flavor. I wouldn't have moved.
Alright.
If I could be in range of it. That was
You
just
live
like as it was retracting, I would try and stab it.
You live for now. You live for now.
Yeah, because I want my advantage on or disadvantage on being attacked. Thank you.
Let's see here. Viravel is resistant to fire damage because he's a red dragonborn.
Yeah, he's fine. Don't worry about
Elena takes half damage because she succeeded the save. Elena is not looking good. The statues next to the statues flanking the gate are completely unharmed
By the fireball.
by the
Good
fireball.
for them.
It looks like the workmanship is just stellar on these statues. Let's see. Let's do damage to the beast.
It is
Let's see.
16 plus 33. 49.
Okay. You rock this creature. It is teetering. It bellows out, "But you were caught in my web." It is still alive, but it looks like it's on its last so many legs.
Set of legs. Twig is like trying to squint through this giant ray of godly fire and the giant explosion of regular fire, and he's gonna try to take one last shot
Do it.
to
Oh.
take it down.
I guess would it get knocked over since
No.
it's literally exploding on the side of him?
No, unfortunately not.
Okay.
I'm afraid Nate does not hit.
Seeing that it missed, Twig's gonna rush up to the spider and use a particularly fast booming blade.
Okay, okay. No way. You crit? No way.
That was just the.
Actually,
Actually, where did that come from? Oh, that was the auto. Yeah,
Very funny.
but okay.
Okay.
That works.
Yeah, you critically hit. Go ahead.
knew it was coming.
It's a bunch of damage.
Alright. You run up, tossing repeat offender to the side, feather cackling as you miss the shot in your head. You run up, take out your Jambia, the symbol of your status of venturing out into the world, and you wrap it into nitrous and send it straight towards this massive spider. You deal enough damage to take it out. Tell me what happens. tell me how you topple this fiend.
As Twig's Jambia like manages to find like a weak point and finds purchase. Like the thunderous discharge goes off like inside the spider and it just like shudders and falls to the ground.
Yeah. The thunder ripples through it. You can see it kind of like it bulges and points as the sonic shockwave goes through it, courses through it. It teeters on a couple legs. It teeters on the other couple legs, and as if it can sense its demise, it mutters out, still very loud, "Impossible. I've pierced husks and demons and gods of like. Mortals overcome me." It vomits a fountain of ichor onto the ground all over Elena.
No.
And it falls down. Crushing them. The beast is slain.
It's gonna kind of curl up on the ground.
As Twig picks up Repeat Offender, he hears the familiar whisper in the back of his head. Got his ass.
Elena and Viravel just crawl out from underneath the many legs.
Well, okay, like fall to your knees, gasping for air, and I'll cast the Cure Wounds on herself while still in the radius of the Aura of Vitality. Well, that still lasts.
Yeah, the beacon. Oh, actually, hang on. There's a couple concentration checks that I didn't do.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Constitution. Saving throw. Let's see here. That's a save. Okay. The Beacon of Hope is gone.
Oh. Probably not that worth then.
Chuman falls onto, or at least sits back down in the debris and just catches his breath. Is it over?
Pastiche is going to approach the corpse, stowing a musket-shaped wand they had half drawn. Just kind of observe the corpse, investigate it.
Sure. Roll me investigation. You get down next to it, start poring over it. .24 is pretty good. Yeah. The wounds that it bears, there's this bright green mixed with dark green color oozing out of it. It is super dead. It's covered in this black obsidian color, like black purple obsidian color carapace that has been warding against your teammates' blows. It is very big, an impressive sight. Now that it's not moving and trying to actively kill you, there is a sense of presence on this creature. Roll an Arcana check. 24 will get you that too. There's something different about this creature, something otherworldly about it. This 25 is pretty good too. You can sense energy dissipating, like some kind of force, perhaps relating to the arcane weave, dissipating away from it. You can feel magic leaving its body in various directions, kind of emanating away from it. It's not harmful. It just feels like something has been released that it was containing inside of it. And as you study this creature, you think back on just things you've learned and about the arcane weave and all of the magical nonsense around, and you can put together that the creature that you have slain is no ordinary spider, no ordinary arachnid, simply grown to huge proportions from the life force of the desert. How it's bleeding, and that it was resistant, immune to Chuman's ordinary mundane arrows, and it was only through Twig's Jambia, that is a normal weapon, but only when it was shrouded in sonic energy that it was able to pierce its hide. You ascertain that this creature was probably some kind of huge, like very demonic entity, but living in the material plane instead of wherever it came from. And also, of course, it was able to traverse through the ethereal plane and affect essences and souls, as you saw it as it bit into Makayla. So you killed a demon spider.
Whoa.
All spiders are demons and also my friend.
As Pastiche is just sort of touching this thing's carapace, getting a good read on it, you'll hear the mutter. A demon? Here?
Where else on the continent than the most hellish place?
I suppose you have a point, but what are they looking for here?
It's a land of great and ancient power. Surely there's much in the ruins still left, perhaps buried within. Or perhaps they're simply drawn to the Phoenix's roost. And whatever dormant power lies within.
Well, I doubt that will be the last one we encounter here.
I simply hope they're none of that same size.
Pastiche will make their way over to Makayla. You, still seem in a bad way. Are you alright?
No, but I am standing. We should try and find a safe spot to at least hold up for him a while. If only for a moment.
Yes, while we do. Here, I bought plenty. And they'll hand over another potion.
Pastiche, hang on to those. I can use my spirit.
If you
And
insist.
casts it over Makayla.
Whoa.
Cool.
And it's gonna use 3 hit dice.
It's not hit dice, so it's just like every
Yeah, that's right.
every 6 seconds I'd get healed
Right.
by another 1d6 plus your spellcasting modifier, I think.
It's just 1d6, but it can heal a number of times, equal to 1 plus your
Oh,
spellcasting
right, yeah.
ability modifier.
Yeah.
So if your wisdom is 20,
I got
you can
8.
heal a total of 6 times.
Yeah.
Thank you. What's your spirit look like?
You feel the warmth of nature coalesce on you. Something tied to just heat, and you feel the urge of you you feel the not deterministic, the determination to survive kind of cloak over you.
Appreciate it, Chuman.
Not-
We should. Oh, sorry, continue.
Not at all.
We need to conserve our resources. We aren't getting any resupplies out here.
Fair enough. Pastiche will turn toward the gate, call to the other side. Twig, Xalia, is everything alright over there?
Xalia will extend a single shoulder-breaking arm from her curled-up position on the ground and break her wrist to give you a thumbs up.
Speaking of Xalia, actually, there's something tickles your mind about demonic spiders. Go ahead and roll a history check.
Hey.
Okay.
We'll go ahead and use the other 3 on Xalia. Just go ahead and roll those.
You are not sure. You can't quite place it, but you get the feeling like there's just this little tickle. Like you kind of remember something about extremely large demonic spiders, and you remember that you learned it during a previous adventure. And its speech during about eating giants and other divinities kind of gives you this little nagging doubt that you've heard of this thing before, but it doesn't make sense that it would be here.
She'll just kind of curl up into a ball further while breaking her shoulder even more. It's maintaining the hand position while curling up into a ball further herself.
You watch as Xalia turns into an armadillo.
Twig extends a comforting hand and says, "I'm sure we'll find other giant monstrous spiders, Xalia. Cheer up."
He's still on the floor. By the way, did I get healed? Yes, I did.
Yeah.
4-7. Nice.
Can I look over the corpse of Shula and is there anything that, like, of salvage from this thing?
Any souvenirs?
Yeah.
I mean,
Any
it's
loot, if you will?
typical stuff on a spider. Legs, broken off, like, chips, chunks of its... It seemed to be armored carapace instead of just fleshy.
Mhm.
You can break off a couple of the bristles. It seemed to be able to hurl them, as you saw that it did towards Twig. These
Would they be used as arrows?
probably with some doing. They won't be able to be propelled in the same manner because they have no fletching. It looks like they were able to only be used like these urticating nettles as it just flung them towards it off of its own body. could be used as like some kind of projectile or whatnot, but not in the same way of ease that the spider who grew them could. But yeah, bits of just chitin carapace. This demon ichor that it's currently sitting in a puddle of. It's hot to the touch. And spider stuff, mandibles.
Alright. Nothing particularly useful, I suppose.
As you're doing that, the Raven, the Merchant King, the leader of a nation, flops back, drops the tome. It skids in the wet sand before opening up one page and then closing the other. When it closes, it disappears from sight. The Raven, it seems to be heaving as it's appears to have been exerting a lot of effort. The coast is clear.
For now. Where did you even fly off to?
No, it was a statement. The coast is clear. I figured that the large amount of noise that would be from all the hubbub and mayhem and opening the gate that Pastiche was going to do would attract the attention of all of the wanderers and demons about, so I made sure that you didn't get overwhelmed from the north side. I'd used quite a bit of arcane energy, so you should be thanking me.
Chuman's gonna do an insight check.
Sure, roll
I
your
just
insight.
look down this lane. Do I see, like, anything?
Perception.
Oh. Alright, sure.
You don't see
20.
anybody.
Do I see any signs of any struggle or?
The from your current position, you just see like a house. Around it is nothing. But you would have to like actually travel down in order to determine if the Raven is correct in its or is telling the truth. Chuman, I mean, you could. It seems on the up and up. You can make your own decision. The bird, like out of breath. It looks like it's been doing something.
Well, I suppose we'll have to take your word for it.
Yes, the ogre didn't come to bludgeon you. I made sure of that. And there's a veritable army of wanderers. All laid low, I assure you.
I appreciate it.
Yes,
Thank you.
quite. I see your handiwork here. What a brute. It flies
Brute's
up.
putting it mildly.
It flies up and rests on one of the bends of the legs. Something screwy about this thing.
Yes, it's a demon.
It's a what?
A demon. It's certainly no ordinary spider.
You can see the gold feathers twinkle with a lightning flash, and the raven's eyes glow in eerie pink for a moment. And then there's the realization that covers its beak. Ah! You're right. It is a demon. It's a very old demon. I color me impressed. Usually demons, the older they are, the more powerful they are. But it was just one. Yes. Strength in numbers. Well done. I admit I would have had trouble with this one on my own, certainly. So, yes, full marks. Are you all in one piece? Is my student hit Xalia?
Xalia, face first on the ground, arm still pointing up and a broken wrist, thumbs up. Has not moved from her spot.
I suppose that bundle of clothes and shadows is Xalia. She looks fine. I see a thumbs up there. Well done. Alright.
Perhaps we shouldn't just stand around in the rain here any longer. Who knows, maybe this thing's corpse might attract even more unwanted attention.
Or worse, you'll catch a cold or some other illness.
That too, I suppose. Perhaps we can take shelter within. I assume like the walls. There's like you can like go inside them, right?
Yeah, there's a
Like guard stations.
Yeah, outside there's a tiny guard station that you would have seen on your time on the other side of the wall, and then there's like a little doorway, little wooden arched circular doorway leading to who knows where.
We should try and at least make some sort of camp to rest, if only for a little while.
It would be best. We've expended quite a bit just in this short area.
I can't imagine it'll get easier going forward, so we'll need all the strength we have.
A creaking sound pierces the air, just like a followed by the rapid sound of chains careening through a pulley system. Shortly after, you hear a doom as the drawbridge that was previously reeled back slams into your side of the moat, bridging the canal.
Look at party, like that is well.
Alma, did you do that?
Do what? Yes! That was me. I willed it so. With my magical powers, I have extended the drawbridge.
Impressive. Thank you.
You're welcome. It was a simple thing, you see.
It's very kind of you, Alma.
Well, I'm here to chaperone. I figured I would open the way so we can continue pushing forward, yes?
Hope that is the case. If we're in no position to have any more surprises.
How long does it last?
What it's a drawbridge. It lasts until we raise it back up.
Oh.
Well, I suppose wear and tear could affect it, but it looks rather sturdily constructed.
Oh, you simply act. I see. I
What?
misunderstood. I thought you had created it. It doesn't matter.
Anyways,
We should go.
just find a spot to get some rest.
Well, someplace out of this rain.
Yes. The bird flits from the evil demon spider above as you walk towards the gate, towards the drawbridge, you swear that the statues nod as you move. But when you check back to look at them, they stare straight forward, just as they always have.
Hmm.
The bird flits forward, flap, 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 flying in the rain. Immune to water, as bird feathers are. It's gone for a moment, and you're by yourselves.
I think before leaving, Kayla would turn around and would I be able to ignite the corpse of Shula with the flames of the Ember Blade? I like to do that. Or perhaps... Go ahead.
Make a religion check
Okay.
to signify your attempt to do so.
Sure. A 17.
You brandish the Ember Blade,
Mm-hmm.
coated in fire, and you jab it towards this demonic entity. It easily pierces
Mm-hmm.
and digs into it. There's a bubbling sound as there is a wash of fire that goes over this creature, and it seems to boil away into steam.
Just in case I didn't want that thing getting back up. It's the
Fair.
last thing we need.
The air around you quickly smells like sulfur and brimstone.
Probably a good call.
Hmm. So close to the source of the curse of wandering. Can't be too careful about what we leave behind, now can we? And with that, she'd turn back towards the bridge.
Anything else from anyone else?
No.
Okay. Your footsteps echo above the sound of the rain pouring into the canal beneath it. The sound of boots upon wood and metal construction. The drawbridge is in surprisingly good shape. Doesn't appear rotted or in disrepair like nearly everything else in the scene. As you enter into the grounds proper, you can start to see withered plants growing in the sand, in the wet sand, as rain continues to drop all around you. There's just like a single plant, just desert shrubbery here and there. A fanciful tumbleweed moves in the storm winds across. The foliage gets a bit denser, and Alma Sonoma comes back and to rest upon the shoulder of Chuman. Well, it's certainly the castle up ahead. There's a massive courtyard, and looks like a little lodge that could get us out of the rain if you need to nurse your hurts or apply bandages or something. And then I figured I would also tell you that there appears to be something approaching us. I made sure I was high up and then wheeled around and come back. It was just one. It doesn't look to be as big as a spider. It's about as tall as you, Chuman.
Only one.
Did you happen to catch exactly what this thing was?
No, it seemed like a regular person, just not unlike yourselves. I wanted to stay far away so that it could not see me. I'm sure that was the good play.
Makayla holds on to the Everblade still ignited in her hand. There are no regular people left in the city.
Does that include yourselves?
Makayla doesn't respond and keeps moving. They'll just forward to meet whatever is approaching us.
A profound question, yes, the bird hollers after you. I understand that you don't reply.
Whatever it is, you have to treat it as enemy first anyway. Chuman pulls out his longbow and walks like a good about 10 to 20 feet behind Makayla.
Okie dokie. The foliage breaks into something of a path. You are now walking on bits of stone and cobble. Looks like a general path leading straight towards this castle that looms in front of the moon, as if Selene herself is gazing over it. There, you can see a lone silhouette, as described, drawing nearer towards you. You're moving closer and closer to each other, and the plants around you seem to take on a little bit more shape. They resemble, instead of just wilted, demised plants, now they are wilted red desert roses all around you. All of them trodden down, just and matted down underneath the pouring rain. Petals littered everywhere. There are illuminating lamps lighting yourselves. These are red color, the color of roses. As you walk between them, there's one on each side of the path, just every so many tens of feet. And bring you over to the other map. The moat and the canal are now far behind you, and you can see this lone silhouette breaks through the visibility barrier of the endlessly pouring rain, and you see that it is adorned in brass and gold. Its headpiece has arcing points resembling ears and a muzzle, and it takes you a moment to squint through the rain and wipe your eyes away of the drizzle, and you can see that it is Administrator, come to pay you a visit. Walks towards you.
Is that who I think it is?
Administrator, correct? Been a couple days. How long have you been waiting for us? Makayla kind of says with Ember Blade pointed forward, outstretched. Kind of lighting the space in front of her.
Walks forward a couple more steps. Well, voice crackling in that robotic tone as the synthesizer produces sound. Well, I came as soon as I heard the commotion, the knock on the door, as it were. When you crash, that is. If you if you misunderstand my meaning. I put down
sorry, go ahead.
I put down the drawbridge for you, as to welcome you in. Please.
Looks. Sorry. Or Olga, I mean.
Alma.
Yes, sorry.
The
Chuman side eyes the bird right next to perched on his shoulder.
We all just look at
everyone just looks so...
The bird averts his gaze and appears very interested in Chuman's backpack.
Well, we appreciate your cooperation.
Please forgive my... I'll use the word cowardice, not aiding your battle against that demon spider Tula. I'm a little bit afraid. I was a little bit afraid of it. That creature whom you felled is a legend from another continent, here to hunt and devour my king. I am pleased and happy and thankful that you vanquished it. It has taken too much and too many from me, from us, even one of my good friends. I see you hold in your hands the Ember Blade. Thank you for bringing it.
Know that we do not bring this for your king. I understand you. Your directive is that of preservation. But what is being preserved, I think we are at odds.
True. The voice kind of like crackles with robot. You have your own reasons for being here. It may shock you to learn that they coincide with mine. So, please, let us... You can see the lights that are in place of its eyes swivel and rest upon each of you. Let us cooperate for now. Hopefully for the future as well. There awaits you, he points back behind it, is the tall tower. Atop it is... nested inside it is... I suppose I have you to congratulate on lighting all of the braziers around. Therein lies the last one. I've taken the trouble to ignite the ones in the easternmost, in Illigum and Expernete, and I applaud your efforts on taking care of the west. As you can see, we have the same goal.
The same goal, perhaps. Yes. Though, as I've learned, this seems to be many that share this goal currently.
Similar in initial progress, but the end goal could be drastically different.
But for now, I'll return I appreciate your hospitality. Makayla sheaths the Ember Blade.
True.
There's no reason for hostility yet.
True. There is perhaps no reason for hostility. Though I might ask, since you seem to be so sure that our paths are not the same, what is your goal? What is your plan? Do you know what you're going to do?
Chuman just stays silent.
We're here to revive the Phoenix. To bring it back.
Yes.
But you yourself admitted you wanted it back, but under your control to bring back your God Emperor, correct?
Certainly. Being without a king such as Long weighs heavily upon my soul. I do so wish to return him to his to his throne. You've seen what a dreary place this has become without him. He looks around slowly. The wind and the rain, the wind whips the rain in your face.
Is this not the state of the continent directly because of him?
Because of the robot size. Expiration, certainly. Creatures were allowed to pour out of many crevices and orifices that and exploded onto the scene. Demons! Not unlike the spider that you just encountered and defeated. More skitter around beneath the sands of Khorzaire, and tunnels, caverns, weaving around through the underground, all sorts of terror that combined Phoenix moving souls around, or rebirthing souls, I should say, and the God Emperor and the power of his armies held at bay. But now, we're split off even from the other continents. The demons pour out of the expanse, that great bottomless crevice. The Laughing Gorge in the middle. Creatures that would wish harm upon Khorzaire pour out of that opening. Wounds on the continent. I don't pretend that bringing the king back to life will solve all of our problems immediately, but it sure would be a good first step. I've done quite a bit to prepare for this sequence of events. I would be happy if you were on board. I merely wish to restore the souls of Khorzaire back to their normal cycle, instead of wandering around as mindless creatures, killing kith and kin whenever they see it. I'm sure that's your aim as well. That's the first step.
Indeed.
I merely wish to take it the second
And
step.
that our goals do align. Makayla will word. Not with any hostility. Just a very... But it's kind of a... Like... what's the word? Very neutral kind of continents, I guess.
Correct.
For now. We need a place to rest.
I can offer you
Surely
such
if
one.
ever- Go ahead.
Yeah, I can offer you such one. There's a ranger lodge as part of the courtyard through this sad courtyard full of wilted roses. There is one near the castle itself, a ranger lodge. I've been keeping it stocked idly whenever I had a spare moment.
Then I think that would be much appreciated.
Truly.
Uh,
I want to...
Did he like point to where it was, or?
Yeah, he gestured to behind him and to his right. So it would be to your northwest, as you're currently facing on the map. But it would be south. It'd be southeast.
Yeah. Makayla would start moving in that direction.
As you move towards him, he takes a step. The heavy metal on the stone. I understand that you are part of a nomadic tribe of elves, yes? Perhaps you originally hail from here.
Descendant of... I'm a descendant of those that came from here, yes.
One of the things I wish to restore is... Well, let me explain. Since Phoenix has not been around, the bodies and the flow of souls has been tricky, to put it lightly. There are vessels of lower quality. We can't necessarily put them back. When Phoenix strikes all of them reborn, it'll be a great conflagration of souls, but they will have nowhere to go. I feel like I should explain the phenomenon, or the phenomena that you have seen thus far. Surely you've seen people, I'll use the word, people like me, clad in this armor, so to speak, full of gears and tubes and servos.
Here, within...
No, all over your travels.
Xalia?
There should have been, unless they were destroyed. Should have been many near at least a few of the braziers. I recall asking a couple lampads to watch over some of the sanctums and sarcophagi.
There was the one that tested us, that held the Ember Blade, but looks back at group, I don't remember any others. Does anyone else remember anything? I legitimately don't.
Chuman only recalls the one.
A bitch's faces. Sorry.
Were these other souls at other braziers?
They should have been. Perhaps your memory escapes you, or perhaps it is as I feared, that they were destroyed. I'll have to make some more. That's actually what I've been hard at work this entire time, aside from prophesizing, is creating a place for these wayward souls to go. You see, they've been taken out of the reincarnation method. It'll have to start anew. However, I wish to save the ones that are still floating around, trapped in dragon shards. when Phoenix comes back, I'm telling you that... I'm telling you this because I don't want any confrontation when it comes time to have this happen. When we restore Phoenix and we restore the king in the manner that we have to, the souls that have been held in the Dragon Store shards will need a place to go. And I have taken upon myself to, well, create a place for them to go. I am a working test model of such a thing. There will be... I dislike calling them machines, but there are machines, moving statues, robots like myself. Constructs is another term, where the souls will inhabit. It has been... it has been prophesied as such, where this is what is meant by all of Khorzaire shall rise. The dead will no longer become dead. Instead, they will become something of endlessly living... I still haven't thought of a proper name. Endlessly living machines such as myself. Thus, a version of immortality, as people so quickly label it, is bestowed upon these wayward souls that we've been holding on to for such a long time. I need you to understand this, so it doesn't surprise you later, and then we have to have a frank exchange of views.
And should these souls have no place to go, then what?
Then I'm afraid the people that you've met in the past, whether through any means, your family, your friends, your enemies, even just the person you passed on the way, they will cease to exist. Nobody wants that. That's why I've been working so hard. That's why I've had to make a couple tough decisions. That's why I had to see Sudramir die. Because I simply know I can bring him back. And Xalia, the name Sudramir like triggers and jolts in your mind. Do you need me to remind you, or you got it?
A bitch is in spacing.
Oh, okay.
Remind me.
Sudramir is the name, well, firstly, is the name of the giant that you read about and learned about in previous adventure when you were in, when you're in the mining town. You read all about how this storm giant, the king of storm giants, Sudramir, was assisting in various ways, and also everyone learned about a storm giant this campaign in the pyramid, where you found references to them. But Xalia knows the most, as they were an important figure in what you learned. They notably had to hold off you wrote... Oops, excuse me. The Dragonborn that you traveled with at the time read like a piece of a story off of a rune, where this giant joined like a lone knight and ultimately met its end holding off a spider, while the lone knight had to run forward to accomplish its goal.
She will minor illusion, basically just a summary of what she remembers about that.
Or else can see like a marquee of text. Just scrolls.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just a minor illusion animation depicting it.
You guys walk and talk. You keep
What?
seeing.
Where do you just have storehouses filled with legions of these constructs ready for this moment?
You are quite right. Within the castle up ahead, stored various Khorzians typically call them shrines whenever they find out about them. Somewhat annoying, but no matter. Stored in various shrines around Khorzaire, both slightly underneath the desert sands, or spirited away in caverns and architecture. I believe there are, 700 that are currently buoyed in the sky. Something of a cruel joke, unfortunately, by their own souls that are waiting for them.
Do the souls have a... If the soul does not wish to live eternally in one of these constructs, does it have a choice in the matter?
Administrator's been walking towards this ranger lodge, and when you ask this question, he stops and turns around and faces you, looks at you directly with these little glowing sensor eyes. You can see
Makayla is visibly kind of uncomfortable with this topic, but is trying to stay with sort of a serious face.
You can see a couple bits and bobs just kind of whir around. He addresses you. I suppose that they do, if they possess strong enough will, but the way I found it, the way that is prophesized, it is either the machine. Oh, I dislike calling it that. It is either the machine or oblivion. To never exist again. The choice is clear, so perhaps by your standards there isn't one.
Pastiche will sort of pipe up from the back of the group. Forgive me if I'm out of line, but is death not a natural part of our life cycles? I certainly wouldn't want to be stuck here forever.
Normally. But it doesn't have to be. Death is an interesting concept of where a soul removes itself and then comes back, reincarnated in another one by a glorious phoenix. Oblivion is something altogether different. And that is what I wish to avoid. And what I am hoping you agree with me. To be forgotten, to be never seen again, never experienced again, even under a different name and guise.
You say that if a soul is strong enough, it can choose to not live an endless life, but the ones that do come back, would they possess their own free will?
Of course. Haven't spent aeons on these machines to make them some kind of mindless drones. That'd be silly and defeat the point.
Can I insight check?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how I do the insight check on a machine, but
Yeah, insight the robot. Go ahead and roll.
Yeah.
Chuman's feeling the same way. Oh wait, I did that with the wrong character.
The Wildfire spirit.
Yeah.
13.
Nice. Chuman, you're a little distracted. There's some heavy news that has been delivered to the group, and just the question just immediately comes to mind of what Administrator is telling you. But it's like you're not able to really determine much as far as like its intentions. It's robotic in its manner of speaking. it seems like everything it says is just matter of fact to you. Makayla, you're following along with this conversation, having your own investiture in it, and there's a quickness with how it responds to you. As soon as you ask it the question, and it responds immediately. As it moves from sentence to sentence, it just does so in this robotic way of speaking. It doesn't have, from your perspective, it doesn't have time to fabricate, because it's as soon as you finish, it starts answering you. So unless it's had the answer prepped, then it seems like it's like it both believes what it's saying and it's telling you what it thinks as real. So yeah, it seems truthful. And 18 is also it lets you realize that there's still maybe like a piece that you don't know about the story.
Do you believe that your God Emperor is one of those souls to be put into your constructs?
You guys have been walking and talking, and you're now just in front of this fountain, filled with rainwater and old grayed desert rose petals. It turns back towards you and shows like the emotion of bowing its head for a moment before lifting it and looking back to you. Yes, absolutely he is. I should know. I killed him myself.
You killed him?
Yes.
But
When he departed, I was given orders. Doesn't make sense, does it? He chased after Phoenix to bring it back to its roost. I was instructed to follow in his footsteps if he left. There is a saying he imparted to me, and it was something that I hold dear. He taps on his brass armor. You can see there's a little inscription. I think about it every day. To save a life, you must first lose a part of yourself.
But God Emperor Westless was struck down by the Ember Knight on the other continent.
That is absolutely true. I had to follow him all the way to Moonwatch. God Emperor Wenceslas, there's something about the title of God Emperor that makes you kind of regard this entity as infallible, able to do no wrong, able to succeed in everything. Well, it seems that even the gods are capable of mistakes. He failed. We are truly in the worst timeline. He lost both his soul and his body.
Has I know you're kind of out of it, Erys, but has Xalia actually shared with the rest of us what happened in the last other campaign?
I feel like it's come up a few times, once or twice, maybe not in full detail. I would be surprised if you didn't have the impression that she's fought Ghost Wenceslas before.
Okay. Alright, then Makayla would respond with, From what I understand of Xalia's past adventures, the Wenceslas's soul isn't even on this continent anymore. It was defeated.
Wenceslas's soul is indeed on this continent. I made sure of it by weaving tales, urging adventurers. I had to destroy his body. Very unfortunate. But I was forced to put the caretaking of his soul in the hands of another.
So then, correct me if I'm wrong. Who gave you the order to strike down King Winks, God Emperor Wenceslas?
God Emperor Wenceslas himself, as a contingency plan. He said, "Follow my footsteps, O page, and keep the fires lit." It's been a long time. I'm only just now getting around to accomplishing all of it.
If he struck him down, why would you want him back? If you have deemed him to have failed, why return him?
Because my king deserves a second chance.
Care to explain further?
Well, we can put Phoenix back at her roost, start doing this whole soul thing again, of reincarnation and rebirth, put things to right. We won't be clouded in darkness anymore. We'll be able to stop this invasion of demons that is due in a couple hundred years. And once again, Khorzaire shall rise, the lovely desert rose shall blossom throughout the courtyard. This whole dreary rain will stop. Maybe we'll go back to something with some semblance of a regular life, with a kingdom, and a ruler who enjoys commerce, just like any Khorzian does. Through a series of... I've had to endure a series of betrayals, lost loved ones, and undermining. The God Emperor failed not wholly on his own part. Failed because someone had another idea. I don't know if that's true, but I believe it to be true.
Chuman looks over to Oma Sonoma and whispers, "How much of this are you aware of? Is this all true?"
Well, he whispers back, "Well, I'm aware that Emperor Wenceslas was vanquished twice over in Moonwatch. All the other details I am currently filling in the blanks with from this one's tale. I'm sorry, I cannot corroborate the validity of the matter. This is the first I've heard of it, so it may be a first-hand account, but anyone telling stories can always take liberations with their tale. I have not heard of... There are no entries of God Emperor Wenceslas having an entourage, only the Ember Knight. So perhaps that's not true. It's just wishful thinking on that one, but here I am conjecture.
Well, as much information as
The
duly needed.
The part about another idea could be anyone, could be even Phoenix.
I guess the true question is, what is the sole reason for Phoenix at this point? Makayla, you go ahead if you were going to say something.
No, I think at this point Makayla is just kind of a bit lost for words at Administrator, and is trying to just sort of digest what he's been saying.
Seeing the silence kind of fall upon the group, Administrator continues. And naturally, I have a personal stake in this. I am prepared to do quite anything to bring back my lords. You see, I imagine you have some understanding of dragon shards. In order to transfer the soul between them, they must be embedded and pierce the essence of what you intend to place it in. Much like myself, I've got my own dragon shard inside my armor. I'll happily give it up for the Goddard, but we'll need something to handle Phoenix. I'll have to construct that once there's no silly people walking around the castle. So you see, I'm prepared for anything. My conviction is as strong as ever. I will wholly uphold my king's decree. So my question to you is your conviction greater? What will you do when you are faced with the time to announce Phoenix back into the world? Is that why you brought your bird along? Will you give up yourself? Will you put it in another machine? What will you do with God Emperor Wenceslas? I wish you have only the best interest for him.
We've learned a lot in very little time, so we might need to take some time to process this information.
Right. As of now, rest is most needed for us.
It would do me well to approach this with a clearer mind, I should think. Your ideas are concerning.
If you dislike what has been prophesied to happen, then I am afraid that we are at odds. And forgive me, there shall be no rest. Only, if you'll forgive the play on words, eternal rest. As I introduce that concept of death to your bodies, and we'll see you another time. at the turning of the wheel.
Why has it taken you so long? Or what has stopped you all this time from lighting the fires yourself? From doing all of this yourself?
Well, preparation, mostly. It has taken some time for God Emperor to show the soul that was tethered and inhabited in that damp cave in Moonwatch that had to wait several hundred years. I could not just do it right away. And I've been building and constructing the constructs that would inhabit the souls, and of course my own wanderings and things I needed to see to. I actually had the pleasure of journeying with Chuman not many years ago when we had to destroy a certain wizard that was getting a little too big for their britches, and that would have caused a lot of difficulties had their polymorph magic gone awry and allowed to go around unhinged. And also, it's been taking some time of getting the, I'll use a Khorzaire term, the buy-in of Khorzaire through the use of this prophecy. And also Moonwatch, I had to whisper the prophecy over there. So it's been taking some time, but I've been busy. Does that answer your question?
While you prepare for, suppose, God Emperor Whistler's return, and you prepare, you allow for another group to do some of the dirty work?
Sure. I believe the Khorzaire term is delegation. Let me explain it in another way. Have you heard of a self-fulfilling prophecy? I am the one who imagined the turn of events. I am the one whispering it into Future's ear, all across Khorzaire and the continent to the north. Prophecies, legends, they have always been the fabrication of myself as I urge towards this goal. If that offends you, well, I'll take God Emperor Wenceslas and Phoenix myself if you don't feel like doing it. There is a momentous occasion that we should celebrate soon. That is the restoration of this mighty, fiery bird that symbolizes the inner fire of your souls, restored to its roost, and the lovely reincarnation of our great God Emperor to lead us forward. What say you?
Killer just sighs. And would say, I want nothing to do with your God Emperor and your prophesized future.
Chuman walks up behind Makayla and taps on the back and whispers, "We should probably agree for now. It is not as if we have to stay."
Makayla unsheaths Umberblade and it says, "Let this shine forth thy light." and illuminates the area.
Skadoosh. Oop, too much fire. There we go.
A little too much fire.
Not enough fire. Hang on. There we go.
A just right amount of fire.
Yeah, just a fire.
The blade ignites, throwing light all around you, unless you choose magical darkness.
Nope, I want the
Okay.
light. The daylight, sunlight.
Showering the area in rays of bright sunlight.
Reflecting radiantly off her armor. Kayla stands there, stares down Administrator. If you are forcing us to make a choice now, then I choose to be against you.
For all your denouncing of God Emperor Ensless, you sure do hold him tightly in your hand. Fine. So be it. He reaches to his right, pulls out a weapon similar to what you've seen before, Chuman. A very large, hefty blade. As he pulls it out and unsheaths it, circular blades roll out along one edge of this weapon, and they could. It gives the impression of many like moons, like waxing moons, crescent blades embedded in one side, in the opposite side that the edge is. Well. He doesn't Accel like that. Well, Makayla. The rest of your names are known to me. Twig, Chuman, Pastiche, Xalia, and your entourage, including almost Sonoma. You know me as Administrator, but my original name is Delacroix. I was the Ember Knight. You will find my power much more difficult to ignore than anything you have found thus far. That's for on tonight's session.
Alright, I have to go!